Yes.
What is it, would you say, that is holding back the folks in the media or the international the international organizations or others? I mean, what it's obviously part of an agenda, I would guess, but I'd like to hear your perspective on it.
Racism. It's very simple. It's racism. It's anti-white racism, and it's pervasive through South Africa. And I fear that it's become pervasive through much of the world. And for some reason, white lives don't matter to the mainstream media. That's all it is.
Yeah. Well, tell me this, because there obviously have been some reverberations globally from the visit of the South African president to the White House the other day. What's happening on the ground there? How's that impacting what's happening, and particularly with the CAPEXIT movement?
Well, I think everyone had their popcorn out on Wednesday, and
Yes.
no one was disappointed. I think when President Trump dropped the line, dim the lights, and then he rolled out the big screen, and brought out the receipts. It was an absolute hammering. I don't think we've seen a hammering like that. Zelensky took a hammering from Trump, but I think that might have taken the cake. So yeah,
Well, I did notice that he showed up wearing a suit, so he must have taken some notes from Zelensky's visit.
absolutely right, absolutely right. No, it was an incredible performance, and the performance, there's a lot to unpack. Actually, there's a lot to unpack. So your viewers might not be aware of a party called the Democratic Alliance, but they are the main opposition here in South Africa. And the Democratic Alliance and the ANC have now formed a coalition, including a few other parties, called the GNU, the Government of National Unity. And so Cyril Ramaphosa introduced the leader of the Democratic Alliance, John Steenhuisen, as, look over there, here is my Minister of Agriculture. He's white, as if he needed to explain to the US administration the ethnicity of our Minister of Agriculture. And he proceeded to disparagingly say that he's from an opposition party who joined my side of the political table, and joined our Government of National Unity, and basically dance white man dance. And the DA leader proceeded to dance like a monkey and embarrass the rest of us here, and specifically the women and children that have died, and men and boys that have died at the hands of these farm murders. To sit there and say that there are no problems, there is no issue of farm murders in South Africa, we can talk politics here, and we can address the issues, and then there's just a moral issue. And it's actually sick. It is completely sickening that, knowing full well what's happening in this country, don't tell me that you are in national government and you haven't taken the time. You might not have read about it in the newspapers because the newspapers don't write about it. But we live in a digital age, and it's not that difficult to Google South African farm murders, and it's out there. If you want to find it, you can find it very easily. Don't tell me that the Democratic Alliance has not done its research and seen the absolute horrific degree of violence that is taking place in these farm murders. To sit there and say that we don't have a problem and it's only a criminal problem, a crime problem, which I'll talk about now, is so disrespectful to the lives of those men, women, and children that died a torturous death at the hands of people that have been inspired by the words of ANC leaders, EFF leaders, and other major political party leaders.